This video is brought to you by
Welcome to Cool Green Clothing. We done gone worldwide and we coming straight out of Baltimore. And if you ain't on the team yet, come on get with us. Come on and make a purchase. Go online right now. CoolGreenClothing.com and make your purchase. Oh yeah, by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. That's just basic.
What's up, fam? It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another video. In this episode of the Baltimore Way, I'll be telling the tragic story of Victoria Vernetta Glover, a woman on the right path to rebuilding her life before it was brutally taken from her. Before we get into this video, welcome if you're new here to our channel. Please feel free to subscribe, click that notification bell to get notified every time we upload. If you're rocking with the content, smash that like button, share this video with everyone you know. Make sure you watch until the end to hear the full story. All right, let's jump right into it. Victoria Vernetta Glover, beautiful on the inside and out, was a doting mother of 3 children. In 2011, Victoria started working as an administrative medical assistant at an internal medicine practice at the University of Maryland, St. Joseph Medical Center campus. The doctor Victoria worked for described her as always being cheerful and very competent at her job. Victoria worked well under pressure and got along with her coworkers. In 2012, more big changes came after Victoria tied the knot with her longtime boyfriend, Corey Bowman. Corey had a career as a truck driver, likely spending most of his time on the road. As newlyweds, what was supposed to be their honeymoon phase turned extremely volatile. On Sunday, February 10th, 2013, Victoria woke up that morning to get the family ready for church. Holding her baby in her arms, Victoria asked her husband to get up to go get ready. But Corey flipped and reportedly threatened Victoria with a blade. Victoria called 911 and told them what Corey had done, and that she and her children were hiding in a bathroom. When officers arrived at the home, they found Victoria with swelling to the left side of her face, bruising to the right forearm, and fingernail marks on the underside of her right forearm. Corey was arrested shortly after in a nearby alley. He had a blade matching Victoria's description of the one she said he pulled on her. He was charged with second-degree assault. In the days following the incident, a judge signed a protection order against Corey. He was not allowed to contact his wife or go to their home in the 1300 block of Dalton Road in Parkville as a condition of his bail. He was also required to stay away from other places frequented by Victoria or her family, including a Parkville daycare, 2 public schools, the Essex campus of the Community College of Baltimore County, and where Victoria worked at the physician's office. A month later, Victoria began the process of filing for divorce from Corey, citing cruelty as the grounds for the split. Victoria's divorce lawyer was a staff attorney at the House of Ruth Legal Clinic, which offers free legal representation to women in abusive relationships. Despite her personal struggles, Victoria did her very best to keep things together for her and her children. August 13th, 2013, Tuesday morning, 28-year-old Victoria was on her way out for the day. She took the day off from work to attend a court hearing. She and her 3-year-old son headed to her car outside her home on Dalton Road. Victoria opened the back door of her car and placed her son in the seat. Suddenly, gunshots rang out on Victoria's block. At 8:45 a.m., Baltimore County Police responded to the 1300 block of Dalton Road after a 911 call from neighbors about hearing several shots in the area. Upon arrival, police found a woman, later identified as Victoria Glover, lying outside her car, suffering from a gunshot wound to her upper body. When paramedics arrived, she was pronounced gone at the scene. Fortunately, Victoria's 3-year-old son was not physically harmed. Baltimore County Police investigated Victoria's slaying as a homicide. As police canvassed the scene, shell casings were collected from the ground around the car, and neighbors told police they saw a vehicle speed away after the gunfire. Victoria's neighbors were shocked at the nature of the crime that took place just a few doors down. Neighbors described Victoria as a nice young lady. Residents also told a news outlet they didn't believe the shooting was random. Police also came to that conclusion, telling reporters they believed Victoria knew her assailant. Police said they were looking for Victoria's estranged husband, 38-year-old Corey Bowman, in connection to her slaying. Police also revealed that Corey failed to appear at a 9:15 a.m. court hearing for the February 10th charges on the same day Victoria was slain. 2 days after the terrible incident, police charged Corey with first-degree murder after they were able to link him to the weapon used in Victoria's slaying and learn that he made statements afterwards confessing to the crime. Police also received a warrant for an apartment of one of Corey's acquaintances in the 1500 block of May Court in what used to be Perkins Homes. Prior to the police arriving, Corey's acquaintance had exited the apartment. When tactical officers entered and searched the place, they found a man alone in the bathroom, gone from a single shotgun wound. Police later identified the man as Corey Bowman. Police believe the same weapon he used to end his life was the same one used to slay Victoria. Officials wouldn't confirm if Victoria was set to testify in court against Corey that day, and there was no witness list made public in the February case. After Victoria's tragic passing, so many questions were asked as to what she or anyone could have done more to stop what happened. Victoria was taking all the right steps to leave Corey. She called the police, requested a protective order, filed for divorce, and was taking steps to move on from Corey. The process was more than likely difficult, especially involving the children. Relationships like these are so tricky to navigate because you never know how far the person is willing to go to keep the control. As I was researching this story, an article suggested that lawmakers should require people out on bail for these kind of crimes to wear a GPS monitoring device so they're tracked 24/7. But I question, even to that measure, if a person has made up their mind that they're going to end it for the other person and then themselves, how is that really efficient in stopping such travesties? By the time law enforcement responds to the location, the deed may already be done in just a split second, especially if it's not a location both parties frequented together in the past. They would also have to put a tracker on the person in the possible danger to keep up with it all. I really wish these situations were easier to overcome, but unfortunately, anger and the instability of human nature cannot be trusted. You just never know how far a person is willing to go. Sadly, Victoria wanted to leave, but found herself trapped in an unhealthy relationship. Despite all her efforts to regain control of her life, the worst ending that could happen did. It's so hard to give advice in these situations because you just never know the outcome. Victoria literally did all the things anyone would recommend her to do in her situation. And maybe she didn't see the signs in the beginning. Sometimes we are blinded by what we think is love, but really it's hatred. And that's why the love never feels right. But you try and try to work things out, especially when you have children together. You want to make it work, so you stay. Stories like this just break my heart. May Victoria Glover continue to rest peacefully. My thoughts and condolences are with her family and children and all involved in this tragedy. I hope that with time they are all doing well. May Victoria's memory continue to live on. Fam, tell me your thoughts on this tragic story in the comments below. All right, fam, that's it for this episode of the Baltimore Way. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 Times, and I'm out.